Okay, we're going to make a video on how to do not stem leaf plots, box whisker plots, the 5-number summary, and we're also going to start the metric system. Okay, so we're going to get started with this. Okay, now box and whisker plots. Okay, let's say you have data of 30, 30, 40, that pen won't write good, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 30, and 20. Now, to make the box and whisker plots, you've got to find the median. Okay, to find the median of that set of data, we had data of 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 30, and 20. Okay, so you have to put those in numerical order. Alright, so the smallest number in this set of data is 20. We have two 30s, and then 40, and then 50, 60, 80. Okay, in numerical order. Now, what's the middle number, or the median, of this set of data? Okay, the middle number is 40. So 40 is the median. And so that will divide this data into two equal parts. And the median of the first group of numbers is 30. So that's called Q1. And the middle number of the third set of data is 60, which is Q3. Okay, Q1 is 30. Median is 40, and Q3 is 60. Now you want to do box and whiskers plot. So you have your number line. The lowest number on that set of data is 20. And the highest number is 80. And then Q1 is 30. So that's the end of our box. The other end of the box is 60. So we make our box. And the median is 40. Okay, so you draw a line there and connect your dots. That's called a box and whiskers plot. Okay, so that's how you do a box and whiskers plot. Now we'll do another one. Let's say you have 50, 80, 40, 30, 100, 20, 30, 40. Okay, you have 50, 80, 40, 30, 100, 20, 30, and 40. Now we put those in numerical order. The smallest number is 20. And then the next highest number is 30. Then we have another 30. Then you have two 40s. And 50, 80, 100. Now, what's our middle number? Okay, so you have two 40s, 40 and 40 is 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. So our median is 40. And here's our first set of data, so it divides into equal parts. Okay, so you have this group of data here, which is 40, 30, 30, 40. What's our middle number? It'd be the two 30s. 30 plus 30 is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30. So Q1 is 30. And then you have this set of data. Our middle number will be the 50 and 80 divided by 2. 50 plus 80 is 130. 130 divided by 2 is 65. So Q3 is 65. So you have the median is 40. Q1 is 30. Q3 is 65. And our lowest number is 20. And the highest is 100. Okay, now we do a box and whisker plot based on that. Okay, the lowest number is 20. The highest number is 100. Then you have Q1 is 30. And Q3 is 65. And our median is 40. Okay, so you could shade this in if you want, but you don't have to. I mean, I just did. All right, then you connect your dots, and then you have that's called a box and whiskers plot. Okay, box and whiskers plot. Now the 5-number summary. Okay, so let's say you have numbers like 20, 40, 30, 20 again, 50, 80, 100, and 120. Okay, leave out 80. Now, for a 5-number summary, you have to find, well, of course, we put them in numerical order. Okay, you have the two 20s, and the 30, 40, 50, 100, and 120. Okay, so the median, the middle number is 40. 40 is the median. Okay, and then the middle number here is Q1. And Q3 is 100. So the 5-number summary is Q1 is 20, median is 40, Q3 is 100, and then the lowest number is 20, and the highest number is 120. Okay, so you have the lowest number is 20. The highest number is 120. Q1 is 20. Q3 is 100. And the median is 40. Okay, so that's 5 different numbers. The lowest, the highest, Q1, Q3, and the median. Now we're going to talk about the metric system. And I already had 1 or 2 videos on how to study the metric system. Okay, when you use the metric system, you use divide and multiply by powers of 10. Okay, so you have your basic units that you have to know. You have to know this chart: kilo, hecto, deca, meters, liters, grams. This is meters, liters, grams. Okay, it's abbreviation. Meters is a unit of length, liters is a unit of volume, gram is a unit of weight. And then you have deci, centa, milli. Now it goes up further units and down further. So, but right now this is all we're going to study, just this part of the metric system. Okay, and the way you remember those units is know this rhyme, this phrase: Karen has dandruff but doesn't care much. Okay, Karen is for kilo, hecto is for has, dandruff is for deca, but is your meter, liter, gram, doesn't is for deci, care is centa, and much is milli. And you think when you divide, for every unit you go up that ladder, you divide by power of 10. So if you want to change from milliliters to centiliters, you divide by 10. If you change from milliliters to meters, divide by 1,000. If you want to change from milliliters to kiloliters, you divide by million. Okay, and then as you go down the ladder, for every place you go down, you multiply by powers of 10. So if you want to change from kilometers to meters, you multiply by 1,000. If you want to change from hectometers to meters, you multiply by 100. So you think of her dandruff problem as you go up the ladder. For every unit you go up, it's left up to her. Okay, left up to her, meaning as you move your decimal point to the left. For every unit you divide by 10. And as you go down the ladder, you move your decimal point to the right, so her dandruff problem is downright ugly. Okay, so now remember this chart: kilo, hecto, deca, meters, liters, grams, deci, centa, milli. Okay, so 2 hectometers is how many meters? To go from hectometers to meters, multiply by 100. So 2 hectometers is 100 meters. And 3 millimeters is how many decameters? And we abbreviate decameters as DAM. To go from millimeters to decameters, divide by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Divide by 10,000. So if you divide by 10,000, 10,000 has 4 zeros. So you move your decimal point 4 places to the left. This counts as 1 place, and then you add 3 more zeros in the front. So 0.0003 decameters. And let's say we have 200 centimeters is how many kilometers? Okay, we go up the ladder. Centimeters to kilometers. Divide by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Divide by 100,000. 100,000 has how many zeros? 5. So here's 3. 1, 2, 3. You add 2 more zeros in front of the 2, and you could drop your zeros on the end. 0.002. Now, what if you want to go down the ladder? For every place you go down, you multiply by 10. So, let's say we have 3 kilometers, and you want to change it to decimeters. To go from kilometers to decimeters, multiply by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. So you multiply by 10,000. So you move your decimal point 4 places to the right. 10,000 has 4 zeros. Okay, so you move 4 places to the right. So you have 3, and here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. That's 30,000. Okay, 3 kilometers is 30,000 decimeters. And let's say we have 0.02 decameters, and you want to change that to millimeters. From decameters to millimeters, multiply by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. So you move your decimal point 4 places to the left. Here's 1, 2, and so you have to add 2 more places. So you have 2, and 2 more places would be 200. So the 0 counts as 1, then 2, 3, 4. 200, 0.02 decameters is 200 millimeters. Okay, so we write our chart again. Kilo, hecto, deca, deca, D-E-K-A, and then your meter, liter, gram, deci, centa, milla. Okay, let's say we have 0.03 decameters, and that is how many centimeters. To go from decameters to, here's the, deca. Do you want to go to centimeters? So you multiply by 10, 100, 1,000. Multiply by 1,000. 1,000 has 3 zeros. So that means you move 3 places to the right. Here's 2. And you have to add 1 zero. So it'd be 30. Okay, and so let's say you've got 0.021 hectoliters. Okay, instead of meters, we're working with hectoliters. And we want to change it to milliliters. So hecto to milliliters, multiply by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Multiply by 100,000. And that's 100,000 has 5 zeros, so that means 5 places to the right. Here's 1, 2, 3, and you have to add 2 more zeros. 2,100. And let's say I have 200 centimeters. I want to change it to kilometers. To go from centimeters to kilometers, divide by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. $100,000 have 5 zeros. So you go up the ladder, so you have to divide. You do not multiply, you divide. Divide by what? 100,000, which is how many decimal places? It'll be 5. So here's 1, 2, 3. You have to add 2 zeros in front of it. 0.02, and you don't have to, you can drop those zeros. Now if that was 259 centimeters, you couldn't drop the decimal places. But 0.00200 means the same thing as 0.002. Okay, and let's say I have 359 meters is how many kilometers? Divide by 10, 100, 1,000. So if you divide by 1,000, you move your decimal point 3 places to the left, which would be 0.359 kilometers. And let's say I have 2,000 decimeters. That's how many kilometers? So from decimeters to kilometers, divide by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Okay, it's 4 decimal places. Move your decimal point 4 places to the left. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 0.2 kilometers. Okay, now that will be all I think I'm going to do for this video. If you have any questions, can you message me and let me know? We'll be having another test pretty soon. I'll let you know what the date for that test is. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll put a quiz on this video too. Okay, have a good day.